Hello, welcome to the Connect 0007 experience. Here, we come to the podcast where human connection is everything. If you're trying to connect better with those around you, you're in the right spot. So please, sit back, relax, open your mind, and enjoy the experience. Hello there, everybody. My name is Thaddeus Sims, and I am the host of this amazing podcast. And today is our 82nd episode titled Connections Are Powerful. I'm actually really excited to go into this episode because y'all going to be doing some exercises with me, right? But as you already know, before I even go into this, I have to share the announcement and the fun facts with you all. But even before that, happy Friday. I've been slipping on that. I've been slipping on letting you guys know happy Friday. And literally, I am hoping that everything that you've been asking for is coming to you. Everything that you have been hustling for and working towards, it is like just falling into your laps, right? I'm just good things, good energies, good vibes. Now, we go to the announcement. So the announcement is, if you already follow my social media accounts, then you already know that I'm looking to actually coach 3 business owners on how to podcast for their business, because it is the year 2019. And if you are a business owner and you do not have a podcast, you are seriously missing out on so much. Your business can grow a lot if you have a podcast, and in amazing ways that will improve the quality of your business. So just saying, if you know some business owners who, guys, if you know some people who are business owners and they don't have a podcast and you know they need one, holla at your boy. Recommend them to me, because these people, we need to help them. Because people slipping right here. They really don't understand the benefits of a podcast. But that's for a later time. That's the announcement. Well, that's one of the announcements. The second announcement is the Connect Meetup, which I've told you about, I believe, Tuesday's podcast, that with the Connect Meetups, they're just a new addition to the Connect 0007 platform, which is inspiring just more people to just come together and connect offline, in person, and we just do activities, and it literally is very educational for everybody. So I did one this Wednesday, and it was just actually pretty cool. It was just me, my sis, and my niece, and it was just really nice. We were really going out there just to kind of like scope. So the first one was really just to scope the area and see how it'd be, and it's actually a perfect area. So we're doing the official Connect Meetup on November 20th, which is actually the anniversary of the podcast, right? Funny. And if you are all in the South Florida area, specifically close to like West Palm, Lake Park, Palm Beach Gardens area, there is a Connect Meetup at Kelsey Park in Lake Park, Florida. And the details are on my Facebook, but just in case you're not on there, it will be November 20th from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at Kelsey Park in Lake Park, Florida. And for this particular meetup, we're going to be doing, I'll be teaching people how to meditate, keeping it super simple, super easy, telling you what it is, what it isn't, how to breathe correctly, and how you can incorporate it in your own life and your own schedule, right? Because a lot of people feel like they don't have the time for it, but I promise you do. And so in this Connect Meetup, it will be meditation. The next one, we'll see when we get there. But for now, this is going to be the most recent one, and that is November 20th this year coming up. So if you are in the area, guys, I would love to meet you all in person and actually help you all meditate. And then afterwards, we can just talk and just, chat it up. Now, going into the fun fact, okay, so I'm very aware that it is morning time, and for some of you all, for my international listeners out there, it is probably about to be lunchtime when you hear this and whatnot. So if you are eating, specifically if you are drinking, I'm giving you 3 seconds to stop right now. because I'm going to tell you this fun fact. So if you're eating or drinking, 3 seconds to stop. So 3, 2, 1. Okay. The fun fact, which I had a double take when I first read this. Nearly 3% of the ice in the Antarctic glaciers is penguin urine. And I was like, oh my God. But because the temperature in the Antarctic is well below zero, the urine can't evaporate and it just combines with the glaciers. And I was just like, ew. And it made me think of like, I don't know. I know it's not connected, or is it? But it made me think of like, our water, like that gets frozen in the fridge. And it's just like, what if there's a chance that there's like a 0.3% chance that it's penguin urine in my water? And I just was like, ew. But yeah, so now you guys know. So if you're ever out in the area and you get a piece of ice or a piece of snow, there's some chance. It's got a nice good old handful of penguin urine. And I anyways. Yeah. Ew. Okay, let's go into this episode, right? So connections are powerful. And in this episode, I'm going to do more than just talk with you and tell you, but I really want to have it in a setting like I'm sitting next to you, right? And I really just want you to just do this exercise with me. So I really want you to think of the look at the last 4 people that you speak with the most. So the 4 people you speak with the most, I want you to think about them just right now. Take a moment. Who is it? Who are the 4 people that I spend most of my time with? And I really want you to think about that. If you have that firmly in your mind, okay, these are the 4, she funny, he this, he that, whatever. I want you to pick one, because we're going to go through 4 of them, right? And I'm going to do this with you a little bit. So we're going to pick the first friend. This is the one that you talk to the most, the one that you tell probably everything to. Y'all are super close, right? Probably known each other, may have history, may not, who knows? Now, I would like for you to ask yourself, with this connection that I have with this particular friend, the one I talk to like the absolute most, what am I getting from this connection? And I really want you to just take a moment and really ask yourself. So like I said, I'm going to do this with you. So for me, there's someone that I talk to all the time. What am I getting from them? Now for me, I literally get, okay, there's someone that knows me in and out. I can't fake it. But let's go deeper. What am I gaining from this connection? Like, I'm connected to you. So that means I am drawing energy from you and giving my energy back. There's an exchange of energy. We're plugged in. We're connected to each other. So what am I getting and what am I giving? And then just so like I said, I'm doing this with you. So with the one that I'm talking to all the time, what am I giving? I'm giving advice. I'm giving my time to listen. I'm giving my time. I'm helping and being an example. Now, what am I receiving? Okay. So what am I receiving with this connection, right? I'm receiving I'm receiving from your energy. Like, you are able to help me out when I'm able to just like ask you something. Number 1, I can be completely 110% real with you, and you're used to it and you just know how it's going to be. So, okay, I have a space to completely be myself. Someone I can confide in. Okay. Someone that's helping me grow and I'm helping them grow. Okay. And as you go through this, like I just did, ask yourself, because I'm charged, like I'm connected, sorry, not charged. Well, you're getting charged up by people too, but because I'm connected to this individual that I talk to the most, is this in alignment with what I'm doing? What's my purpose here? What it is I'm supposed to do? What type of conversations are we having? Is this in alignment with what it is that I'm doing? Are we talking about things that are keeping us in the same spot? Are we talking about things that are raising us or bringing us below? And guys, please don't take this as one of those, oh, you got to have successful people around you. No, we're going to throw that out the window. I really would like you to just go through this exercise. This isn't a good or bad thing. This is just really for you to understand how powerful connections are, and really ask yourself, because these are people you are connected to. Like, if you want a visual, you're plugged into them and they're plugged into you, right? So really ask yourself, what is it that I'm gaining and giving from this person? Is it in alignment with what I'm doing? What type of conversations are we having? Do I like these conversations? Am I feeling charged because of this? Do I feel better after talking with this individual? Right? So this is the person that you talk with the most. Okay. So this is the four people now, right? Let's go to the second person, all right, that you have talked to the most, right? Again, it's going through the same thing. Instead of this time, like, okay, what is it that I'm gaining and what is it that I'm giving? Just feel like emotionally, like, how are my emotions with this individual? Do my emotions feel better? Do my emotions feel the same? Do my emotions feel erratic? Do my emotions just, what am I feeling when I connect with this individual? I'm not just saying speaking, guys. I'm talking about truly connecting. You're exchanging energy, right? What is this exchange of energy doing to my emotions? So I'm going to do this with you. Okay. So I'm going to think of the second person that I talk to the most. So when I am focusing on my emotions here and I'm speaking with this individual, my emotions expand. My emotions increase their depth. My emotions are tapped into. My emotions feel challenged, but in a good way. The ultimate result is that it feels really good for me, right? So really ask yourself, like, okay, now we're going to go back with this. Is this in alignment? Is this what I need emotionally right now for what it is that I'm doing in my life, for what my purpose is? When I'm talking with this individual, what am I doing or what am I not doing, for my emotions to feel this way? Or what are they doing and what are they not doing for my emotions to feel this way? So when I'm going through with this individual, what are they doing? They're being themselves. They're asking me questions that are like very personable. They're asking me questions that I never had before. They are really just connecting with me. They are really telling me like things about myself that's awesome. What am I doing? I'm doing the same. I'm talking with them. I'm connecting with their energy. I'm sensing their emotions. I'm sensing how they feel, So really do this. That's the second person, right? So we did the second person. And it's okay, guys. You can stop it and rewind it, because that's why I'm going slow. You can stop this and rewind it and pause it and really just do this, This is an exercise, this isn't me just telling you, this is an exercise. So I'm doing this with you, and it's okay. You can even do this in a car because some of y'all are driving. Now let's go with a third person. Okay. I am again connected to this third person that I talk to the most, right? What is it like when it comes to my thinking? Are my thoughts better when I'm connected with this individual? Are my thoughts not even touched at all? Are my thoughts enhanced? Are my thoughts like, do they feel murky? Do I feel like I even increased mentally in some way, some form, some type of expansion? What is my thoughts when I'm connected with this individual, right? Okay, now for me, I'm going to go with the third person that I speak with the most. Third individual that I speak with the most. Okay. It's kind of funny, but are my thoughts expanded? Hell yes. Are my thoughts like murky afterwards? Actually, no. They're actually evolved. They're quite clear. it's different. Okay, what is it that I'm doing with this individual for my thoughts to be enhanced? Or what is it this individual is doing with me? Okay, they're asking me questions. I'm sharing with them experiences that I am personally going through, and they're sharing a perspective. Okay, we're both in the same position here. So it's again, this is now again for you guys to really just take a moment. And this is with the third person. What is it that this person is doing for you mentally? Because you are connected to them. Again, this isn't just, we just talking, we just going and hanging out. No, you're connected. And I'm going to keep saying this for you guys. I'm bringing it full circle. Your energies are connected. How is this affecting your thoughts? How does your mind feel afterwards, right? And really just take a moment and just like think about that. When I'm with this individual, what am I thinking like? Do I have something better? Do I have something that challenged my level of thinking and it's improved? Is this ultimately in alignment with what it is that I'm supposed to do here? What my purpose is? Yes or no? Again, guys, this isn't a bad, oh my gosh, this is horrible. No, this is just really an exercise for you to understand how powerful connections are, right? Okay. Now we're going to go to the fourth person. We're going to go to the fourth person. So this is when fourth person you talk with the most. Usually this fourth person is kind of like, you don't talk like all the time, but y'all talk like on a weekly basis, like in the week. Who is the fourth person? So I'm doing this with you. So who's the fourth person that I talk with the most? Fourth person I talk with the most. Okay. Okay. I got my fourth person. So hopefully you got your fourth person. Well, this one is just a matter of just observing. When you think of this fourth person, what do you feel? What do you get? Do you smile? Do you get excited? Is it just kind of like, it could be whatever. Is it joking? Is it funny? Just really observe. So basically with this fourth person, what is it that they bring out of you, right? Now we went through the other things with emotions. We went through the mental and things like that and feelings and stuff like that. What is it that the fourth person, what do they bring out of you? Because when you connect with individuals, they bring things out of you because of their energy. Now, for me, when I focus on that person, my fourth person that I talk to the most, what is it they bring out of me? Aggression, me raising my voice, argument, and just nonsense and foolery. Now, this is what is brought out of me. Is this in alignment with the with the person that I am and the purpose that I am? In fact, this is, believe it or not, guys, yes, this fourth person, yes, it is. It's in alignment. It challenges me, and they just make me just whatever. It's just hilarious. But it is in alignment. I'm aware of what they bring out of me. So by me being connected with this individual, I'm aware of the things that they are bringing out of me. Now, what is it that I'm bringing out of them? Now, when I focus on it, what I'm bringing out of them, because this is an exchange, it's usually the same thing. They usually get irritated, annoyed, and they walk away. It's fun. That's just what we do. That's what I bring out of them. But also some perspectives in there too. It's always fun. It's always learning lessons, right? And then some. But really ask yourself, what is it that you are bringing out of them and what they are bringing out of you, because you are connected. Now, we went through 4 people, and that's what I said. I wanted to go with you all through this exercise for you all to really just get a deep awareness of how the people that you are around the most, that you are connecting with, how that connection is affecting you on an emotional level, a mental level, and what is it that they're bringing out of you. and then some, especially the person you talk with the most, really just seeing what your conversations and asking yourself, is it in alignment with what you're doing? Is it not? And if it's not, what do you want to do about it? And if it is, how can you increase it? You know what I mean? Again, this isn't one of those, this is bad, this is what you need to do, you need to change it. This is really the whole goal of this exercise was to literally bring you all into awareness of how powerful connections are. Now, again, if you're just listening to this and you're kind of like, okay, that you kind of went fast, I encourage you to just pause it and just go back and really take a look at those 4 people. And once you do, and you come back here, the next thing I would like for you to really think about is next time you are, meeting new people or you decide to be associates and it builds up, have that question in your mind. What is it that, have it in the back of your mind. Sorry, the back of your mind. When you're connecting with someone, knowing that, okay, we're both going to plug up to each other pretty essentially. Based off this person and how they are, is this someone that I would like to continue exchanging energies with because we're becoming more connected, or is it not? And if it's not, guys, you can avoid a lot of situations. And if it is, then continue. But if you're unsure, which is okay, because sometimes we just meet people and we don't be thinking like this, you know what I mean? It's a question to really just to review and reflect on, right? Because we all have those periods where things happen with certain friends and we really just reflect and we really review, like, okay, is this person like really my friend? You know what I mean? But it's just also the biggest thing is for you all just to be more aware of everything. That's just the biggest thing with this, being aware of the connections that you are having. Now, that is really it for this. I wasn't going to be something crazy. I just really wanted you all to just do this exercise. And I've done said that enough. Now, I know I have been doing the questions thing, but I'm going to be honest, I forgot to ask because there was some other stuff that came up, but I asked for the next episode, so forgive me. Well, let me see. No. I think someone did ask me a question. Sorry. Wait. Someone did ask a question. I'm trying to see what that question was. It was something podcast related, and I think it was something podcast related and business, but that was different. So we're not going to count that. We're not going to count that. But next Tuesday, I've already asked a question, so we will see what happens. Now we're going to move into the last segment for the podcast, which is the Health is Wealth segment. And this one is actually going to be on therapy, because I feel like, and I'm going to be, and you guys know I'm always truthful, authentic, and raw with you. I personally have not done therapy, but it's always been something I've been, like, I don't know, interested in, but I personally do not have anything that, like, I need to go to therapy for, if that makes sense. Like I really evaluated like myself, and I was like, I would like to go, but to be honest with you guys, I know the type of person that I am. I feel like I would end up being the therapist, if that makes sense, because I just connect with people and I get stuff, and I just feel like that's where to be. But I've always asked myself, like, is there things? Because I think I'm the type of person, I like to go through and heal my stuff. Like I take a shower, like, I don't know, you take a shower all the time, so I feel like I do it all the time. So that's why I haven't. But besides me and my why I haven't done it, I feel as though that therapy is like, I don't know, looked at as like something's wrong with you, or it's bad, or it's like you just rather not deal with it because of people think something's just, you're crazy or something like that. And I'd like to say it's not that way. Like I'm pro, like, go to a therapist and talk with them. Hell, there has been times I wish I could have talked to a therapist on some things, but it didn't happen. I ended up fixing it. I learned it was my fault. For me, guys. Now, But yeah, I would like to just bring this up, and actually for some people who may have considered it and you may have not you may have not ever talked about it to other people, then I would like to just bring it up to you all and let's just go through this really. So what is therapy? So pretty much in a nutshell, I got a bunch of like information on it because I really would like to make this seem like it's not, a crazy thing. So if you never talked with someone about it, then here we are. We're going to talk about it and you're going to get some information on it. Now, what is it? In a nutshell, therapy is a form of treatment which involves meeting and working with a specialist to solve various issues. The issues in question could involve personal feelings, traumatic events, relationship struggles, the death of a loved one, daily stressors, or something else entirely. Therapy can help with any number of problems or even just navigating life's ups and downs. When working with a therapist, it's important to find one that you feel comfortable trusting and confiding in. Your therapist should focus their time and energy on you during sessions and helping you achieve whatever goals and desired outcomes you want to address. The treatment process and improvements which come from therapy can take different amounts of time depending on your situation. So that's what therapy is. Now let's actually go into the benefits of therapy. So healthy coping mechanisms is one. Feeling stressed out or overwhelmed is common in today's world. The ability to cope and deal in a healthy, positive, and constructive manner is often the difference between success and failure in life. A person who is unable to manage themselves when things get tough may have some hard times ahead of them. Attending therapy can change this. By working with a licensed professional who specializes in helping others, you can learn healthy coping mechanisms which allow you to navigate the challenges of life without burning out or falling apart. As human beings, we all face challenges and tough times. Everyone can benefit from learning healthy coping mechanisms. Now, with that being said, and I'm just going to translate into, something really simple. For me, this is just me. I just do that. Yes, life hits us. And if you don't have a healthy coping mechanism and you know that would be good for you to just go to a therapist and talk with. Not that is something wrong with you, but you're literally just asking for someone's opinion and talking with them. Hey, this is what I do. What is it that you suggest? So not looking at it as a way of like, I'm broken or something like that, or I'm crazy or anything like that. Like, no, it's like, hey, I'm aware that this isn't right for me. So because I love myself and because I would like to take time to know better and grow, let me ask you, someone who works with these different types of people, how to do it. Let me get this skill. So in a sense, you don't even have to look at it as like, something's wrong. Just look at it as, hey, this is a skill that I can learn that's going to help me. I know for me, my my coping mechanism, especially when life gets tough, is sleep. Number one. That is my number one thing. I'm going to go to sleep. I will deal with this when I wake up. And then after that, it's either a very like healthy food. So like some greens or fruits or something, it just makes me feel better. And the third one is like going out for a nice walk by myself, sometimes either no music or whatnot. And it's just good to just go by myself and just go for a walk. Those are my healthy coping mechanisms. And if it really gets tough and I can't really handle it on my own, there's a person in my life who 9 times out of 10 has been going through it, and I can talk with them and ask them about it. Let them know, hey, this is what I'm going through. This is what I'm experiencing. And what would you suggest? And usually sometimes with the talking, they may not like give me the advice, but the fact that I said it kind of, made things click for me. And I just got it when I was saying it. Like, those conversations where you're talking to someone, you're telling them what's going on. You're like, wait. And it just starts kicking in as you're saying it. Yeah, because you're moving the energy, you're expressing it, right? So if that's something that's like, okay, with that I'm not on that wave, then you can get the skill sets, right? So that's one of the benefits. Another one is another benefit of therapy is a sounding board. Loneliness is a problem many people face. Feeling isolated can often contribute to an already overwhelming situation. A strong support system can be helpful in facing the challenges life often presents, and without that system in place, additional stress may be added to life. This is when having a therapist in your corner can be so beneficial. The job of your therapist is to listen to you, ask appropriate questions, and then work with you to find solutions to the challenges you're facing. Having someone to talk to, turn to, and confide in can make an amazing difference. Now, yes, that is amazing. Me personally, I do have the benefits. Like I said earlier, I have a group of friends of someone who's went through something I've been through, and I'm able to talk with them. Now, for some of you, like, okay, woohoo, that's great for you. Now, if you're someone who may have just moved somewhere and you don't really have your friends to really talk to like you did, or you're in a different situation, or you may feel like some of the things you went through, you just can't express. You may have been raised like, yeah, we used to suck it up. I don't know. Your situation may be different. So if you don't have that person, it is good to get that person that can help you. Now, if you're thinking, okay, well, that sounds nice, but what type of difference can it make? I will tell you, the fact that you can just be able to just say what the hell is going on with you, like not sugarcoating it, not saying, oh, I'm okay. Everything is, I'm so, I'm well, I'm okay, I'm all right. When you can just tell someone this, like, man, I have been going through this for months now. I really feel like I am dying and suffering inside, and I've really been trying to hold it in, and it's just been really, really hard. And because of this, I just don't know what the fuck to do. I feel like there's a lot of pressure in me. I'm stressed out. I'm not sleeping. I'm just not really eating right, and it's really bothering me. Just to say that alone right there, what I just said, like, that took practice. That took a long time. Like, I wasn't able to just say all that, especially on a podcast where everybody's going to listen to this. That took time for me to just say. Now, because of the people that I had in my life, it got me to the point where I'm able to express these things. Now, I'm going to say another difference is when you're able to express these things and not bottle them up and let it out and let it flow, you're going to start feeling better. You're going to you're not going to be as tight, as stressed. And also, too, when you bottle things up, they're going to come back out. So it's just better to just flow through it and heal from it. And not only that, but most of the things that you go through, they really do serve you. But it's good to have someone who can really help you see how it serves you, right? Because when you're going through it, you're not really trying to hear that. But once you go through it, you heal from it, you will start to see hindsight. Oh, wow, this, because I went through this is what I learned. So it's very good to have that person, especially if you're in a position or you're somewhere you don't have those people around you, or you haven't. So a therapist is really good. The next one is achievement of goals. So throughout the process of therapy, your therapist is going to work with you and help you set certain goals, which will be beneficial to you. Your therapist will also assist you on your journey of reaching and fulfilling these goals. This is a very impactful part of therapy, which sets the precedence for what life will be like after you work with your therapist and complete. After your work with your therapist is complete, my apologies. The ability to set goals and achieve them matters not just in therapy, but in everyday life as well. You will find that achieving goals will also contribute to your self-esteem. When you set a goal and accomplish it, you're reinforcing to yourself that you're capable. This increases confidence and makes you likelier to branch out and challenge yourself more often. This plays a pivotal role in living your best life and making the most of the opportunities which present themselves to you. Now, we're going to sum this up again. Achievement of goals, someone helping you. When they help you, when you have some goals and someone is helping you achieve them, they're giving you a bit of like a roadmap and they're helping you get from point A to point B to point C and D, you start to feel good. You start to feel confident. You start to feel like, okay, I can do it. You know, it starts small and then it just starts to snowball effect, right? And it feels really good. It's good when there's someone who is there who's helped you set the goals and they're like accountable, right? You know, you have someone that's like in the fight with you and you just start to feel really, really good. And I'm going to tell you guys, there has been times where I have done things, me myself, because, you know, I'm going to expose me myself where I was not confident on a lot of stuff. I had to do things and I've had some people in my corner say, okay, you know what? Just start small, dude. What can you do? I can I can drive there. Like, you want me to talk? I can drive there, no problem. Okay, so you know that you can get there on time. Well, yeah, duh. Okay, so you're confident in that. Yeah. And it just builds up. And so it's just like you set these mini little goals in between these big things that you have, right? And it's just really good. So having a therapist to help you with something that you definitely need help with, be it emotional, or just some ups and downs, it feels so good. And you start to feel confident, right? You start to feel like you can cuss out anybody and get away with it. You know, well, don't do that, but you know what I mean? Okay, so overcoming past trauma. That's another benefit of therapy. If issues from the past are not dealt with, they can linger, fester, and adversely impact your day-to-day life. Overcoming past trauma is not always easy, but it's something that you can do when you work with a therapist. Therapists have undergone extensive graduate level education, training, and supervised work in order to learn and implement science-backed techniques to help you move through things. Working through past traumas is not easy. It's natural to feel hesitant or uneasy about discussing prior traumas and upsetting events. Certain issues going on in your present life may be the result of prior trauma, and by addressing that root cause, you may be better equipped to move forward. It will take time, but with your dedication and willingness, with the help of your therapist, you will overcome. Now, I'm going to put this in perspective for a lot of people. Having a therapist help you get down to the root of certain things, it's worth more than it's worth more than gold, because you will find, guys, that there are things that you do and it hinders you and you may not be aware of it until someone, like, you talk with someone or a therapist or whatnot, and they, let you know, hey, this is happening because this is what happened to you in the past and you didn't do, like, you never got over it. It just kind of festered, like they said. And I'm gonna just give you an example so you can see in our day-to-day lives, right? Like, one of my things was, and I think I talked about it in the podcast before, but one of my things was that I was really, really good. I'm really, really good at helping people and giving. On the part of receiving was like, yeah, nah. I thought that, nah, I'm good. You don't need to do that. I just thought, no, because I don't feel right receiving it, right? That's what I thought. I just thought, no, I'm a good person. I just don't, no, I wanted to give this to you. I feel I wanted to do that. I desire to do that. We're good. Going further through life and time, I came to discover that the reason why was because I had a very unhealthy balance of giving and receiving. Right? And going back into that trauma, well, you would say that thing that I never really dealt with. It was like I was so used to giving that I received only in a certain way. And, that's kind of a way I was kind of used to. So when I didn't get that in other different ways, I just made up in my mind that, okay, well, since I don't get it that way, I'll just deal with it. And I didn't know I made that decision. And up until my adult years, I'm thinking, oh, no, I didn't want to receive, no, I wanted to give that to you. But no, it was like, nah, I had something that happened to me and I never got over it. And because of that, that's what that's what the real reason was. That's a very light example. Now, some of us, we have some very deeper things. Like some people may have an issue with commitment because they have went through some traumas, maybe with a parent who didn't commit, or do something and they seen, whatever. So it's good to have someone who can recognize that and help you with that and talk you through that, right? So there's benefits with that. And I'm gonna go fast with these because I'm just kind of going through it with you guys. But improved relationships. So that's the second to the last benefit of therapy. And it says, so when going to therapy, the relationships that you have with others are bound to come up. This is a good thing. Relationships share such an intimate tie with our quality of life and who we are as people. The right relationships can make us better people, while the wrong relationships can wreak havoc and drag us down. In order to have the best quality of life, we need to enjoy positive, conductive relationships with others. The benefits of therapy are not merely limited to your relationships with others, but also relationship with yourself. This sets the tone for how you will interact with others. Furthermore, having a great relationship involves treating yourself kindly, taking care of yourself, pushing yourself to achieve your goals, and maintaining high levels of self-esteem. Improving your relationships with others and you can take time, but this is an incredible benefit of working with a therapist. And look at this. We was just doing a whole exercise for this on like the connections, right? But like they said, improving your relationships and going with that. Especially having a therapist with a relationships, like I'm learning this too. Like, heck, if you, like they said, the right people is great. The wrong people is just going to wreak havoc and it can drag you down. I promise you guys, if you really see some of the stresses that you're going through, it could be people related and the people you have in your life. I'm just saying. So a therapist is good. And then the last benefit is that the benefits of therapy is purging bad habits. So when you work with a therapist, you have the opportunity to get rid of self-destructive habits. In many cases, therapy can greatly help you with this by providing various constructive alternatives. Bad habits tend to make adverse situations even worse than they already are. By getting rid of bad habits, you are already on the path to enjoying and experiencing a better quality of life. Now, I don't know if I'm going to go with maybe this is a bad habit of mine that I had. I'm going to even take it as far as like it was like an addiction. But I've mentioned this before in the podcast. But I'm going to say, number one, if you have a therapist that can help you purge bad habits, that would be, like they said, that would be fantastic and more for you. Now, some of you may not even know that you have bad habits and you may not even, you do things and you may not even know it is really like a bad habit, right? You don't really think about it. One of mine was that I just had a habit or an addiction to just like being like sad. It was just, I could be really great. And then next thing you know, it's like, I'm feeling too happy right now. I need to throw myself in a whole wave of sadness. And it was just weird. Like, that's just what it was for me. It was just like, yeah, I'm really high right now in happiness. I'm smiling. I'm feeling really, really good. This isn't too good right now. I need to bring it down some. Let me listen to a bunch of sad stories. Let me look at something where someone lost a loved one. I need to revel in that sadness just to bring this happiness down. And I just did it. And when I looked at it, it was just like, dude, this is because when you were going through that phase of being mean, you really wanted to express yourself and really feel your emotions, but you never really resolved that. And I had to resolve that and fix that. And because that led to a habit of just sad things. And now the habit is removed and things like that. But it's just like, if you don't have someone to help you with that, I'm telling you guys, it can be crazy. But if you do have someone, it's like a therapist, they can help you. So really, guys, I hope by me just sharing with you just a few of the benefits and giving you some of these funny examples and exposing all of myself, that a therapist is not a bad thing. Like, a therapist could really be somebody that's super cool. It's like, hey, I'm having some ups and downs. Some of the people around me aren't really equipped and or skilled to help me with this. So I'm going to get a therapist. I'm going to have someone that helps me, or I'm going to have someone that helps me get the skills to handle my life better, handle these ups and downs, kick some of these bad habits, right? I would look at it as to say, if you needed to learn something, i.e. school or college, you would say, okay, I need to go to college so I can get my degree in this. So there's things that you need to learn for that particular field. Now, a therapist, you can look at it as a class, or, like we had like language arts, math, all of that. You can look at therapists like, okay, this is a class for me to gain skills for life, skills for myself, skills for my emotions. So I feel like it's just a perspective like change you need to look at. You know what I mean? So it's not bad. So pro therapy, but that is it, guys, for this podcast. And I really, really hope you got things out of the exercise, because I already told you, because I just really hope you got a lot out of the exercise, because it really allows you to just to see, be aware. And with the therapist, I really hope you got a lot out of that. I really hope it changed some of your all's perspective on, let me just go get a therapist, let me go acquire these skills, right? And so, with that being said, guys, that is it for this podcast. And I thank you all for pressing play and listening to this interesting message. And I look forward to speaking with you all Tuesday. And you all enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I will be talking to you soon. Later. Thank you for listening to today's episode. Please leave a 5-star rating and share with a friend near you. Remember, the world's a better place because you exist. Know your worth and know thyself.